Shalom, shalom. All praises honor and glory belong to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and to the elders of great millstone and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, the men that are pushing this truth out, in the four corners and the highways and byways. This is the brother Yakal coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. All right. Um, and this lesson basically, I want to touch on this Kyrie situation, whereby he posted Hebrews to Negroes on his Instagram stories and the whole world, basically, but um more specifically the so-called Jewish, all right, or like the apostles would call them, the small hats. All right, they're the ones that are offended and calling his posts anti-Semitic. All right. And, the inspiration of this lesson, basically comes from the lessons that Apostle Tahar, you know, put up on his page, concerning this topic. All right. So I want to start with Second Ezra chapter 6, and I'll read from verse 26. It says, "And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the earth and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared." All right, and this is what you see happening right now. Is that this truth that has been hidden for generations upon generations, is being declared right now. All right, like the scripture tell you in Jeremiah chapter, let me see if I could pull it up real quick. Um Jeremiah 17 and verse 9. All right. It tell you that we no, that's discontinue heritage. The scripture tell you that we shall discontinue from our heritage. All right, Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4, it says, "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever." But the main point is that, we would have been discontinued from our heritage. All right, for a very long period of time, we didn't have this knowledge, you know, and starting with the apostles, elders, and the men that came before them, that taught them this truth. All right, starting with high priest Abba Bivens, that's how we get this truth right now. All right, and now this truth is flooding the internet, it's flooding the world, and that's what you're seeing with this whole Kyrie situation. All right, and with the Kanye situation, you know, many celebrities are coming out and acknowledging that they are the Jews, the real Israelites. All right, you know. So the scripture say what? For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. Exactly. You know, deceit is being quenched right now. The lies that have been told to all people, and that covering cast that was upon the entire earth, is being removed right now before our eyes. All right. And that's how, these men, these celebrities, all right, or more specifically, Kyrie Irving and Kanye West, getting this knowledge. All right. It says, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, the truth which had been so long without fruit shall be declared. It says, and when he talked with me, behold, I looked by a little and little upon him before whom I stood. All right, but that was the point, is that this truth now is no longer hidden. All right, it's out there in the streets. You see, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 33 and verse 17. This is the point. It says, consider that I labor not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning. All right, and that's what the apostles and elders have done, and the men before them, where they don't labor for themselves only. The information that they research and they find and they dig up, whether it be from historical books, whether it be, through the scriptures, all right, secular history, biblical history, whatever it is, they go into it, they seek the learning, gain the knowledge, and then put that information out there for all those that seek learning. All right. Why? Because they're not laboring for themselves. You see, and it's the same thing where with Kyrie Irving, where he found this information, and what did he do? He posted it on his platform with millions of followers. All right, and that's how this truth gonna keep going out. Remember, was that Psalms chapter 19? It tells you what, that the unicorn gonna be used to push this truth out, and that's exactly what you see happening. The internet is being used to take this truth to all parts of this globe. You know, yeah. This is John chapter 8 and verse 31. It says, then said Yahushua to those Jews which believe on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples. You know, all right. It's once you continue in this word, hey, you're gonna be proved to be a disciple of Yahushua. It says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. All right, because really and truly, that's the only thing that could really deliver us from this bondage. No amount of money, no amount of glory and fame can really and truly deliver you from this bondage. And take it as perfect example is Kanye West, where he was dubbed the richest black man ever in America. You know, celebrities, come on. And yet he wasn't free, because if he was free, all right, what happened to him would not have happened, where he lost majority of his so-called net worth or his riches. You see, this truth is what gonna set you free, because as it is right now, hey, the freedom that we're looking for is of the mind, you know, because for as long as we're gonna be subject to payment, we're gonna be ultimately a slave to this man. And this man, I'm referring to Esau Edom. All right, the same people that put sanctions on these celebrities, whenever they speak a certain way, or to bring out certain information, you know like for example, Kyrie Irving missing what do you call it, media day, or not wanting to speak to the media. He was fined. All right, Kanye West, for saying what he said, is being is deals with Cap or Adidas, and different companies was cut. All right, and that's the only person that has the rule over the system to do such thing is Esau Edom. So ultimately, he controlling, the information that is going out, but yet he's not in control, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, already proclaimed that, hey, this truth that was hid for so long, gonna be declared. You're gonna be uncovered, So really and truly, there's nothing that anybody could do against this truth. All right, but ultimately for the truth. All right. So let me get that. This is 2 Corinthians 13 and verse 8. It says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. All right. Because every single thing that's gonna play out from here on out, all right, is going to be for the truth. Like just a next basketball reference. This guy, LeVar Ball, one of the things he said is that there's no such thing as bad publicity, basically. Just roughly paraphrasing what he said, because whether they put the name out for good or for bad, hey, the name is going out. All right, the name is going out. So they're just increasing, its popularity, so to speak. And it's the same thing you see happening right now, where they try to demonize the truth, but what they're doing is people that really and truly seeking learning, all right, are going to look for these information. Remember the scripture tell you, all right, in John, I believe that's chapter 10, it tell you that what? My sheep hear my voice. So when they go looking for this information and they come across it, hey, they're gonna understand that this is the truth. If they be a part of the elect, I should say, or be a part of that great multitude. All right. Yeah. Luke chapter 8 and verse 16, it says, no man, when he lighteth a candle, covereth it with a vessel, or putteth it under a bed, but setteth it on a candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light. And that's what we're doing right now. All right. And that's what you see happening with these celebrities too, on a small scale. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that these celebrities are pushing the truth, but the Most High is using them. All right. Because at the end of the day, they still under contract. They still under the deal that they made with the devil. So more or less, as long as this devil has that bit in their mouth, hey, he could turn their head wherever he pleases. All right. And that's why when these celebrities say certain things or they get out the line and they feel a certain amount of sanction or punishment from Esau, Edom, they come out and they say, I'm sorry, I was wrong for this, because why? This man has the control. But the message is that the Most High at the end of the day is using them to push this word out, you know, to call out to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and natives, and telling them that they are the true Israelites. All right. It says, no man, when he had lighted the candle, covered it with a vessel and put it under a bed, but set it on a candlestick, that they which may enter may see the light. And the light is referring to this truth. You see? And look, man, that's what we do starting with the apostles and elders of Great Stone. Hey, we have the light, and we putting it out there so that it could be seen. All right. It says, for nothing is secret that shall for nothing is secret, that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Exactly. All right. And one of the references, which we use from time to time, which the apostles really and truly came from the apostles, is when they were on the street and this Edomite, come up to them and was saying, hey, how do you guys know this? We spend so much to keep this truth hidden. How did you guys come about this? All right. And that's what you see happening, where Esau, Edom had done so much, all right, in conjunction with these other Edens as well. You know, I've done so much to keep us from realizing exactly who we are. All right. They've done so much to keep this truth hidden from us. But yet the information keep coming out. Why? Because, hey, it's the Most High's will. All right. It's Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will. You see? Excuse me. Um, yeah, basically that was the couple of scriptures I had lined up um for this lesson. So with that, Lord's will that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises on and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and to the elders of Great Stone once again, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, Shalom.